Hey all, this is NTom,
And this is Spar,
and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Today we are going to be starting the DLC campaign of the game, Future Redeemed. I gotta say, I spent most of HFC All-Stars hyped for this. I was concentrating on doing my, due diligence and whatnot during the fun, but at the back of my mind was Shulk and Rex just giving it all this.
Well, you're going to have plenty of that throughout this DLC, but maybe not right here at the very start, because we do start with a couple other characters after our intro cutscene that we're going to get once we actually get started.
Okay, alright, press any button, I can do that. Easy so far, this DLC, I gotta say.
Where's the any button?
Should be changed at any time. Yeah, I like that in modern games. Like, usually you just get locked into stuff. Like, I don't think you can change it at any time in Kingdom Hearts, can you?
No, the only one you can change at any time is recoded, and that's because the difficulty directly affects rewards and stuff, more so than anything else.
Alright, yeah. Interesting loading icon.
Yes, we get a different icon because, the flame clock is not really that important. So, need to change things up a little bit.
Indeed. I'm going to soak in every little bit of moisture that I can here.
Yes, I think we start off with one of the scenes that was in the first trailer, so you probably saw a tiny bit of this, I think.
A smidgen, yeah.
You never watched the second trailer, as far as I know.
You told me not to, and I obliged.
I appreciate that, because I want you to be surprised by things.
Oh!
Why? Tell me why!
Well, they certainly kept one character out of shot in that trailer.
They sure did.
Hello.
Drop it, Shulk! Nothing's gonna get through to him!
God, I can't get over fucking yoked Rex. Boy, did people bet on the right horse with him.
It's kind of nuts how much of a Chad he became. Although I have a few friends that are quite fascinated with Shulk's glow up as well, so.
Now, Alvis was one of the three. He's part of the Trinity, so his power should be maximum.
He was Ontos out of the Trinity of Ontos, Logos, and Pneuma. So I don't really know what specifically that means in terms of his power comparison to the others, but considering we have not seen anything of Logos or Pneuma in the Xenoblade 3 world, at least as far as the main game, and Alvis is here, maybe that means he's the one in control right now. I don't know. You'll have to find that out for yourself.
Such a funky opening compared to the main game.
Yeah, the entire vibe of the music is pretty different, and you should recognize that kind of enemy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going straight into those, and here's our two starting party members.
Fuck yeah, buddy. Hell Dragon would love this character already.
So-and-so. Can't even seem to break it.
I told you we should have left alone. But you had to stick your oar in, didn't you?
Ah, nice earring.
Lecture me later, eh?
Yep, there we go. There's the console that didn't appear in the base game.
Yeah, here's the thing though. She's not really a console.
Well, Mobius, I guess.
I wouldn't even really call her a Mobius. She just has the name A.
Alright, Ouroboros power. In Future Redeemed, the right side of the arts palette contains the character's normal arts, left side is the Ouroboros. Manifest through special arts, significantly more powerful than normal arts. Well, okie dokie.
It's kind of like how it was in the main game, except just a little bit different. Before we get going, by the way, I want to correct myself in that A is never actually referred to in the game by any specific gender, so technically they would be ungendered, much like Juniper. In the game code, they do have a specific gender, which is not the same as Juniper. But, it is what it is.
Well, okay. Boom!
Lots of the same arts that the martial artist class has in the base game.
Hell yeah, boy.
Oh, his talent art is so cool.
Eat my big loving fist! Ah no, I'm disappearing.
third-rate Mobius arsewipe. Made us bloody work for it.
What was that? That thing at the end?
What thing at the end? You mean the Ouroboros power?
The big shockwave, the punch you did.
What I'm asking is why you felt the need to use it at all.
You give me special powers, I'm gonna
The
use
scrap
them.
was already falling apart.
Also, much
I
like with
mean,
Torna,
that was a
we
large
start with
chance
two
to
characters in a foresty area. I wonder if
I
that
have
was
to make sure
intentional.
it's a good one. Leaves
I
a
feel
bad
like that's
taste
just
otherwise.
kind of a
The whole
Xenoblade
rest
thing,
of
because
the
that
day.
happened with Shulk and Rhine.
More of a clearing, but, you know, I'm being pedantic there.
Mobius
Yeah,
track it, you know.
It was about as
The
close to a
Ouroboros
forest as
power.
Colony 9 gets.
You need to keep a lid on it, like I keep telling you.
It was only a little whiff. All
Oh, I
fine in
really
the
like
end.
Matthew.
We won, so what's the damage?
I don't think we see enough
Less
of
of the
him
lectures.
compared to like the
The
regular
word you should
protagonists,
adopt
obviously
is
because it's a
fewer.
short DLC.
Summer matters.
But yeah, he definitely
did it
endears
again.
himself to the player quite well.
Another day without any signals.
I don't know why I thought I would get cell phone service out here. They haven't invented those yet.
Like, just
Time to
naive
pack
of
it
me,
in then.
really.
Huh?
After all our efforts, we've not met a single survivor from the city.
You promised me back then. Remember?
That you wouldn't turn into a pile of flowers, and now
We'd
look
find
at you.
every last citizen. Well, I'm not stopping. I won't quit.
So obviously I've played through all of this, and you have not, so I'm going to kind of shut up about stuff and just kind of let you experience
move
it.
on.
Although, if you have any
Tomorrow will be
questions,
a
I will
lovely day.
answer as best as I
I can
can
feel
without
it.
spoilers, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah.
This whole area is just so pretty.
Do it got a name? The Vermilion Woods. Ooh.
Well, this is just the starting area. We don't really have a name for the whole region that we're in just yet.
Be night soon.
The fight earlier will have taken its toll. We should find somewhere to rest before sundown.
Agreed. Also, I'm bloody starving. Let's camp round here for today.
Camping, another thing introduced fairly early on in Torna.
I'm going in.
Visions. A's talent art vision has some special effects. Enemy attacks will not affect the party for a set time. The number of times you can use it per battle is limited. Vanishing End.
It's kind of like how Noah's special talent art works in the main game. While Vision is active, you are completely invulnerable for a set time.
Nice.
I never really played as A throughout my time in Future Redeemed, so I kind of never ended up using it, and it's a thing that the AI will never use on its own.
Oh. Just noticed the hilt of a sword.
Oh yes. If you get a chance to check the menu, you can actually check out the name of A's weapon, which I think should be pretty interesting for you.
They thought this
Oh,
was
I nearly had a chance to use Vanishing End there.
Wasn't even a warm-up.
Alright, let's have a look.
I think under... Well, that name right there, Monado Fencer, should say pretty much everything that needs to be said.
Basically, yeah.
I think the hero roster in the system menu is what I'm looking for.
It's fine. Affinity goals. In Future Redeemed, leveling up isn't the only way to strengthen Matthew and his crew. Accomplishing affinity goals and spending the affinity points they grant is another.
This is what I meant when I said during the main game that they would add ways in which collectibles are more important. It's a lot like the community from Torna, except you don't need to complete it to advance the game.
Okay. Earn affinity points by discovering treasure troves and locations. Very nice. Battle big monkeys. Get more. Affinity scenes as well. Nice. So we are in Aionios right now. That's confirmed.
Yes. I mean, where else would you be?
I don't know. Fucking Alchemoth, maybe?
Well, I mean, that kind of already exists in Aionios.
You got me there.
So pretty much anything you do out in the world is going to give you these affinity points, and that's what you use to upgrade, you know, your skills and such. The game will be giving you a tutorial for that specifically shortly.
They are a key feature of Future Redeemed. Always keep them in mind, even during the final boss. You may not need them during the final boss, but don't you dare forget them. Let's have a look at what Spar was telling me about. I can't even go to system right now.
No, because it was a tutorial menu.
Ah, damn you. Keep filling that in. Bombastic Rotbart Jr. I thought that said Robert, to be honest.
So if you see an enemy with a yellow marker like this, it means that you have not completed their Enemypedia entry, but if they have a green marker, it means you have completed it. So keep an eye out for those. I don't know if collectibles have a marker like that either, but basically you should just kind of be going out of your way to get those, just to make sure you fill them up. It's a lot like the Xenoblade 1 Collectopedia in terms of how you fill it out. You know, you can just get enough of them and click a button and oh, there you go.
Got you, mate, got you.
And you'll also get points for finding containers and taking out unique monsters, so, you know, like I said, the more you do, the stronger you get.
Oh yeah.
Again, not a required thing. You don't need to do any of this to advance through the game, but you do get stronger. So it is recommended to do as much as you can to keep, you know, powering up as you go.
Now select Affinity Growth. We're not going to let you go until you do it, so just do it. Oh, I have to hold it. I always forget that.
Yeah, it's like a thing with modern games that you have to hold the button instead of just pressing it. And it always trips up everyone that I've ever seen having to do that. Now, I will say, I'm not sure if the game made it very clear, but your affinity points are shared throughout the whole party. So if you want to, you can dump them all into one party member. Cough, cough, there's someone that is recommended to do that for.
Okay.
Or you can spread them out across the whole party like I did, and I think either way is honestly fine. It really depends on how you want to play.
You may discover locations in the world which can trigger an affinity scene. These allow you to admire the scenery while your companions enjoy a little chat. Okay.
It's heart-to-hearts, but without choices.
See, the Cent Omnia region we're in now.
The Cent Omnia region. Thank you for the name drop, Matthew.
Yeah, that's different.
That assessment.
Yeah, well, this is
Right. So
a name of a region that we've never heard about before. Obviously, we're moderately close to the sword, although I guess everything is kind of close to the sword.
Yeah.
Right?
Which means that conversely, it can also be attacked from all four sides.
There's the Hand of Morardain.
Yeah, and the rest of Morardain.
That it does
Oh
have
yeah,
a
I guess so.
strategic
I
value
only
to
recognize the
use
hand,
to
but
it.
I guess that is the rest
It's
of
an
it.
Yeah,
undeniable
you can
fact
tell
which
that it's
helps
that
and
time, because it kind of has the head of Dialga.
Yeah, there's the Aionios horn, and also
a
bit of a recognizable tower there. You might be able to tell what that is.
I see.
Some sort of... Well, fuck it, I didn't have a synonym. Prison Island.
Yeah.
Alrighty. This is nice so far. It's just going at its own pace. I appreciate that.
All right, give me your best shot.
unerringly bold. But how? Neil!
I do like that they start you off with two characters that have a break and a topple. It's just kind of the way to go. The combos for stuff like that is a bit simplified in this game, which, you know, the game itself will get into that as it keeps going. You might notice, by the way, that A here is a healer, which is kind of weird for a Monado user.
Shortcut light heal.
Yeah, but he was primarily a damage dealer.
This is going back a ways, but I always thought, like, when you got light heal, you'd eventually get medium heal and heavy heal. Not that it was healing using the power of light.
You can definitely understand that, though.
Nothing gets the job done like a bit of practice.
Hell yeah.
Front and center.
Back to Matthew, another biblical name.
I'm going in. You lot watch my back.
Matthew, don't break formation.
Let's roll with
What do you think of the battle theme so far?
Oh, it's very jaunty. I'm digging it. It kind of is a mix of Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2.
Like I said, when we were doing the main game, they don't have a lot of the flute in this one because the Offseer part is really not relevant here. So the flute music, is kind of replaced.
Yeah, I like that. It gives it its own flavor, its own identity.
I really have no idea what anything in the Torna expansion was like because I didn't play it. But I imagine they kind of had, I would hope they had its own identity in terms of music and stuff like that, at least. I
couldn't give you a rundown of its OST off the top of my head, but I very much enjoyed it.
Oh, that's good to hear. It's, I just kind of, because I rented Xenoblade 2, I didn't actually buy the game. I didn't want to spend money on the DLC for a game that I didn't own.
Fair enough.
And honestly, by the time I got done with the final boss in 2, I was pretty done with the game. It didn't feel like playing more of it.
That wasn't even a warm-up.
Hell yeah, baby. Just punch a rabbit in the face. Show him who's boss.
Or slightly above its face, as the case may be. It sounded like you said, ow, my face.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
I think it's out of my face.
Big old loving punch.
Yeah, wow, you're already level 6.
Yeah, I think we can move on.
Don't go in that cave off to the left.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you save that one for later. Although you could go in and then just see what's there and then back out if you wanted to.
You've tempted me there.
That wasn't even a warm-up.
Alright, what we got here? Shaker Edge, Cross Ray, Light Field, Lost Ray.
New arts, improve arts, skills, and just flat buffs, basically.
The result of experience. I gained a new skill.
We are out of points, but that's okay. Matthew got the lion's share to begin with.
So don't go too far in here, just far enough to see what's here. Because there he is, there's the lad.
Bye.
That's the bombastic Rodbart Jr.
Where's Daddy?
I think that's the only unique Gogol enemy that's in this one, but I could be entirely wrong. But that one's only level 10, actually, so you could face it not too far down the road.
Alright, this will be a good place for a rest.
Night has caught up with us. We had better make haste setting up camp.
I wonder if the time of day just kind of doesn't advance in that intro section because it's sundown when you start and night when you get here, so it has to stay sundown the whole time.
I don't love how casual Matthew is compared to how prim and proper A is.
Niall! Granddad!
Well, shit.
Matthew,
Granddad!
take care of Nael, the future.
Granddad!
It's in your hands, Matthew.
I really hope this doesn't vaporize my grandkids.
We'll learn more about everything that was happening there later.
We already know a little bit about this time period. We know that N wade laced to the city, so yeah, looking forward to playing through that.
Did you mean to say Wade laced?
Maybe I did, Spar. Maybe I did. The Chepsy Palace lives on, even in this alternate timeline.
I suppose.
Running for dear life. That should be funny.
That's a sound effect, apparently. Kavesi soldiers. Wow, that was kind of gruesome.
It's just 3 soldiers, guys. You really don't need to go that aggro. Did something take out them instead? I'm gonna be honest, in Aionios it could have been anything.
It literally could be anything.
Oh god, not the demon dogs.
It's the fog beasts. They're back, finally.
Oh.
And Power Ranger.
Interesting little necklace you got there.
Uh-huh. And some of the pieces of that outfit looked a lot like Mio's Ouroboros form.
The sun's already hanging high in the sky, Matthew.
I can see it, thank you.
Suppose I should thank you then for letting me sleep in.
God, I wish I could have slept in today.
I've never seen anyone.
Don't worry, it's the only time this week we're working.
I worry.
I had to get up earlier for an
I had
appointment,
no
and then
idea
Mom
of
decided to
camping
cancel
out
the appointment
back when I was a
anyway.
kid.
Yay me.
It don't bother me.
Don't believe that.
Huh?
Did we finally get cell reception? I've got to log into my gacha games.
What's that signal?
Ping from a city iris.
God. Speaking of, I've been getting into Dragon Ball Legends ferociously.
I have seen that. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
The X-Reader responds to...
Some call it the Kai Reader.
Thank you. To signs of city survivor presence notifying you with sound and light. Sometimes it will just scream at random. Just making sure you're on your toes. Okay, so we're basically saving scattered survivors.
Yes, because not everyone in the city was killed. Which is, you know, makes sense, I guess.
God bless. Also, that's already happened.
Yes, that was a flashback that we were seeing. That preceded the events that we're playing through at the moment.
You know, I know what a flashback is. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I guess.
And don't come back here.
The outcome was patently obvious.
Thought the music forgot to start for a second.
Like, wait a minute. Sorry, I just had to have a little swig of my drink. A little drag of my cigarette.
The outcome was patently obvious.
I saw you
I'm going
jittering over here.
Watch my back.
Yeah, sometimes Crabbles and rocks don't go well together, I guess.
Despite the fact that they are symbiotically linked.
Literally living in a rock.
Punches. Come on.
Aren't we all, though?
You got
Well, we live on a rock.
Patently obvious.
Well, damn. You can never find a fixed ladder when you need one.
Well, obviously it's there for a reason, so not hard to figure out that you'll be able to fix it at some point.
Formation.
revolt. Uppercut. Straight.
Kneel.
And don't come back here.
The outcome was patently obvious.
Oh, totally.
And so now your reader is pinging because there's someone from the city nearby, I believe.
Okay. Still no affinity points, that's fine. I will keep beating things until morale improves.
Watch my back.
Matthew, don't break formation.
Revolt. Uppercut.
If you ever felt that the areas in the main game of Xenoblade 3 were kind of empty, and to be honest, some of them kind of do feel a bit empty, this game definitely alleviates that because there's a lot. It's very densely packed, which is great.
So that's another 5.
All right. Give me your best
Should
shot.
get another 5 by taking these guys out.
Mighty strike. Don't let up now. Let's roll with
They
the
thought
punches.
this would slow us down.
I could have done that one-handed. All right. Give me your best shot.
Unerringly bold.
I just want Matthew's ultimate attack to be serious punch.
All right. That's one filled in.
Very nice.
Takes care of that.
That wasn't even a warm-up.
Now, where is that pinging coming from?
I know, because I'm going this way, thank you. This isn't where the signal's coming from. Damn you, streamlining and such.
There's not a lot of points where the game does this, but I guess if anything, this is the one place where it makes sense, because this guy is just lying here.
I've been lying here. Oh, Jesus.
If only you hadn't taken the time to fight those monsters, Tom.
If only. Huh. He did that without an officer.
Judging by the wounds, it probably wasn't Mobius. Probably monsters. Caught him unawares.
Well, if he's from the city, I don't think the
sorry.
off-seeing would do much
This
for
is
him
my
anyway.
fault.
True.
If I woke you
And
up,
hey,
we might
we got a
have
new
known
set of
better.
clothes we can sell.
It isn't your fault, eh? I shouldn't have been dozing like a div. We could have helped you, friend.
Idiot, to translate.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure we would have been able to help, even if Matthew had woken up on time.
Sorry, I was having a really great dream.
Matthew, are you alright?
Although, ironically, I can't remember what the dream was about now. Oh, now you want to let me go over here.
Right now, we gotta keep
Despite the
moving.
fact that you did not actually rescue the survivor, you still got the completion for it in the menu. You could tell pretty clearly, at least so far, that the game's a lot more linear. You've got kind of hallway forests so far.
I imagine it'll open up soon.
This is not the same opening scene from the main game. This is a different battle, of course.
Well, it's been going on for like thousands of years, so... Oh!
Yeah! Now, if you remember the descriptions of some of the city founders, a lot of characters will be very familiar.
They get through. Left flank's good as snuff. Yeah.
Now, he looks like Shulk. I'm not exactly sure he's related to Shulk. We'll have to wait and see.
I think it's pretty obvious who she is
Yeah.
in some form.
That 'em all?
The right flank's been scoured pretty clean. Only thing left is the Pharaonis in the rear.
Right. Back to the main unit, then...
Kavesi. It's a miracle there's any left standing. What's wrong with him? Why is he unarmed? Not even a blade or nothing.
Because if you remember, one of the founders had the description that they did not use a proper blade.
Make it
They
quick.
used one of their own
We
making.
can't afford to waste time on a runt like him.
Well, that could easily apply to Shulk, because he made the replica Monado.
Yeah, actually, when I first saw that statue in the founder's room, I thought it was Shulk because of the goggles.
Yeah, we both did. But I was like, no, that's a little bit too obvious in hindsight.
Yes. It would seem that someone's fighting up ahead.
Remnants?
It could be.
Now, the guide that I'm using
sounds
recommends getting to level 8
shaky.
before moving ahead, but obviously you can do
It's
whatever you
rather
want.
major.
I can do whatever I want.
Hey, Matthew,
I'll go check it out.
don't be a hero. If the skirmish has nothing to do with us,
Leave it well alone, yeah? I know the drill.
Except
Yeah.
he's not going to do that.
not holding my breath.
Yeah. Wonder which parent he takes after.
Let's move it, eh?
Serious question, because I'm honestly not sure.
Oh,
You might be a bit surprised as to who his parents actually are, because it's not who you're thinking.
Most interesting.
Ow, my face! Revolt uppercut!
Back in the main game, you specifically asked me about Mio and Noah's kid if their name had 7 letters, and I said yes. I never said their kid's name was Matthew.
That's very true. Yeah, I don't know much about Future Redeemed at all. I've tried to remain as chaste as possible.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you, if you can't figure it out from what I just said, that Matthew is not that kid.
Fair enough.
keep the momentum.
Ow, my face!
Right.
It was just a really funny coincidence, and I was trying very hard not to laugh.
Nah.
Back then when you asked me that their name does have 7 letters.
Quick breath.
Mighty strike!
Kneel.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm always amazed by the swapping characters that you do, because it doesn't work in my brain to swap back and forth like this. I have to stick with one character.
But they give you the option, why wouldn't you use it?
Because I like setting up one character to be strong while I'm using them, and the other characters to be moderately strong while the AI is using them. That way I can have one character as strong as possible, and the others will just do their thing.
Okay.
The only time that I swap is if I want to control a specific class in the main game, or if I need to play as a healer to survive something like that. Or, you know, emergencies, I guess, when I need to control a healer to get someone up.
The enemy. How do we
I'm like 2 levels above you, but feel free to come and have some, I guess.
This might get you to level 8, judging by the XP bar that I can see up there. It's very tiny up in that top left menu.
Nice.
There you go. Alright, guide, we have fulfilled your request.
The Professor!
Yes, it's close. Be vigilant, Matthew.
What is that? That weapon.
Oh, wow.
Can't be a blade.
It's like Dr. Octopus, but with 4 arms instead of 8.
It's almost something that you could see Eggman using, actually. I'm glad we got here pretty quick. This will be a nice first part of the LP here to get all of this done.
Yeah, maybe don't walk into that.
Why did we keep running towards this?
Just like me in Dragon Ball Legends. Also DBZ Kakarot, but that's another kettle of fish. Here's what I've been playing lately. Fantastic commentary.
Hey, it's not like we've never talked about other games during an LP before.
True.
We
That's
take
pretty much all we do during marathons.
As long as we can hold the flanks, the colony will mop up. New armament.
His voice is way deeper than expected.
Really?
And now it's curtains.
Shut up!
Whoa!
Jesus. Glad I'm not in front of that beam.
Flipping close one.
I thought you said you knew the drill. Hold back. It looks to be a feud between colonies anyway.
These Pharaoni are particularly big.
They're pretty generic designs for them that we've seen multiple times throughout the main game.
No one else.
No one. Mutual destruction. The battle has already come and gone.
Aside from anyone that might be piloting the Pharaoni, Pharaonises,
It's
whatever
just
the
for
word
now.
is.
Nothing for us to get involved with. Pull back. Mobius will notice.
But what if we did anyway?
Come on, Matthew.
Oh,
I'm
hey.
not just gonna stand aside. They're only kids.
I'm gonna punch both kids, and then the battle's mine.
Mobius are always present for the aftermath.
Then that Mobius is getting a socking.
Yeah.
Then I'll make it a twofer.
Oh, to hell with it.
All right, break it up. The hell are you two playing at?
This was one of the scenes in the second trailer.
Scrap with me.
Oh.
Yeah, Matthew has the power to do this. Or his gauntlet does, at least.
I guess there's like a chunk of Ouroboros stone in there.
Something like that.
Or even get along. Don't make me punch it into you.
Phenomenal. Now you've gone and done it.
I guess words ain't getting through to him.
Odd. You've such a way with words.
If they won't listen,
I love the banter between
I'll
them.
make them listen with my fists.
Phenomenal.
Desperate Agnian. The art of fighting with the power of Ouroboros hasn't been perfected yet, but using fusion arts summons the power to create an aura dealing extra attacks. Okay.
So it's a little bit different than fusion in the main game. Each fusion that you do, depending on the arts you choose, has a bonus effect. And you'll learn more about that when you unlock more arts, which you have to do with the affinity points. So you'll be able to choose between some pretty cool combinations. Some of which are a little bit overpowered, some of which are a lot overpowered.
Oh yeah, I've got my own stand.
Elysian Anthem is the name of that art.
That's kind of raw.
If there were any questions as to who this character is.
Right, Matthew, I'm gonna need you to break this fella.
As you might be able to guess, this particular Kavesi is more of a tank, because he's got the big arms to block with.
Not bad. Not good, but not bad either.
Oh, Matthew's max HP is 666. Slightly worrisome.
Biblical. Cowed.
Chill out, will you?
Gotta crawl at this point.
Yeah, that's the problem with a self-made blade. You can just pull it off like that.
Yeah. Don't sound it. You know how long it took me to make that? Wiping my bum all over it.
What are you, goon?
I was beginning to think you'd never ask. I'm Matthew from the city. And this is A.
City? Huh?
Oh yeah, we've got to go through this whole thing again. Another set of characters that don't know what the city is, or a city.
The Lost Numbers, the third faction.
Allies. Our real enemy, it isn't each other.
Don't think I ever noticed the X-shaped scar on Matthew's face. Oh boy.
Right on cue.
He did say that Mobius always shows up in the aftermath.
Nice of our real enemies to drop by. You just sit tight while we take care.
Did you think you were going to run into him this quick?
No, not at all.
Well, surprise.
Right, which putz is going to show up? Two of them.
Hey
Oh.
now! What do you think you're doing? The show was just getting good.
And you fully screwed up our wager to boot!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I spoil your fun?
I can't remember their letters for the life of me. I'll just have to wait for the fight.
He doesn't seem like a...
Well, these are not Mobius that you would know. Despite looking like ones you know.
Check it and weep.
What in the... Ouroboros.
A city refugee. Mobius Hunter?
Mobius Hunter? You what? Wait, is that what they call us these days?
That's very
No
cool.
idea. I don't recall hunting any. Just cleaning up the mess you always end up making, bailing you out of trouble.
Exactly. Okay, anyway.
He doesn't even
Those
deny
two
it.
kids over there, they're in our custody now.
Custody, you say? You sound like you think...
So
you
when
can
I was
take us
looking
off.
up pictures of the Mobius to put on the tier list, tier maker site that we're going to use for the Mobius ranking video, I kept finding images of these Mobius that look like the ones from the main game, but it's the wrong ones. These are Mobius Q and R, but not the same Q and R from the main game, like I said. They're just kind of, I guess they get replaced in the intervening time.
I mean, if we're going to take him out here, that makes sense. It looks pretty, it's not doing much.
No, they have a damage over time freeze on you that's doing 1 damage every 2 seconds. Yeah, that one hurt a little bit.
Well, that's one done. Can't believe we're just punching Mobius to death.
I mean, you could have done that with martial artists as well, but something about Matthew just hits harder than the regular martial artist class. I'm gonna be honest, at the guide that we were using, level 8 might have been one too high. I think you would have been fine at 6 or 7.
This definitely has tutorial boss feel to it.
It does a bit, yeah. I will tell you that some fights in this game were more challenging than the base game, from what I played. Which may have been because I over-leveled really bad in the base game, now that I think about it, and didn't in this one.
Alrighty. We just gotta smash the core, and the job's a good one.
Teleport away at any time.
My beloved soldier. He isn't paying attention to you. It's your chance to strike.
She's been freed from the flame clock. She doesn't have to listen to you. But she can if she wants to.
Oh, honey. Propaganda worked really well on you, didn't it?
That's right, you play your little game of tag. We'll just pop back home. And once we're healed up, we'll...
Owned.
Oh, you forgot about the other one, didn't you?
I don't normally stoop to this. Such duplicity is beneath me.
Stabbed in the back! What a dirty brute!
Hey, is so cool.
Sword!
Lady Console!
Hey, to you!
Way ahead of you.
Okay, now they've been freed of the flame block.
Right, I forgot you have to do that first. It's not just the Ouroboros power. Although the Ouroboros power for the main party freed them immediately. But I guess it's not quite the same because it's from Matthew's Gauntlet instead of the regular Ouroboros stone.
Yeah.
Which, as the game said, the Ouroboros power has not been perfected yet.
Just one thing after another, innit?
You got us into this, Matthew.
Really? I had to finish it off.
I wish you'd
Then again,
say
I
that
am
for
the
me as well.
top letter of the alphabet, it's what I do.
You realize all this takes a toll on me.
I know.
Oh, if we must.
You're just gonna leave him hanging?
Stop running, you coward!
Guys.
For now.
Oh, I'm trying. Dinner?
There
Oh,
we go.
Rabbit.
What'd I tell you?
One of us should have watched them.
You also told me you wanted us to secure as much food as possible.
So, ideas?
Oh, very well. I'll handle it.
Behave.
Right, time out. That'll be enough out of you two. Your fighting days are over.
You can't really take the girl's weapon away from
The
her.
Mobius.
So, you know,
Well,
she's
I
kind of
guess
always
you'd
going to
call them
try
the
to do
consoles,
something.
Right? Well, they're dust in the wind. The flame clocks are in pieces. And your iris clocks, they're gone, aren't they? Huh?
You've turned us
You're
into
done.
monsters.
No need to fight anymore.
No, but you
No
get
need
cool
to take
stand
life.
attacks.
Or fear its loss.
Come to think
You're
of it,
not
I wonder
serious.
why
Give
the
it a
boy
couple of
doesn't
days
have
for
a
it to
normal
sink
blade,
in.
because he was
Your
connected
life
to the
stopped
flame
draining.
clock. He had an iris.
And that means you don't have
Maybe
to
it's
fight.
like
All
how
you're gonna
Noah
need now
was
is a bite to eat.
as a kid, that he couldn't summon a blade.
Go on.
Delicious unseasoned rabbit.
Wow, aren't we stubborn? It's your loss.
Why did you do that?
Huh?
I was so close. I was so close to finally coming home.
I'm not sure I follow.
My offering. I was going to give my life for my comrades killed by this filth.
I'm just saying
If I
here.
could just make it home, it would mean something. That's the only thing I've ever wanted. To fight. To come home.
Yeah, so about that propaganda.
Do you want my rabbit? Will that make things better?
This fight of yours, who was it that forced it upon you? Think about it. You have all the pieces.
Nicole and Glimmer, right? You're both starving. Can't think straight on an empty tongue. Eh?
First instance of the word Tom in a video game in 2023.
Yeah, so Nickel and Glimmer are the names of these characters. Glimmer seems pretty appropriate, considering obvious connections.
Yeah, basically Pyra's daughter.
There's not a lot of question in that one. That rabbit was terrible. I'm out of here.
I'm technically never asleep, so you can't pull the fast one on me. Yeah, fuck it. She'll come around.
I don't get paid enough for this shit. Oh, that's the end of chapter 1 already.
Hell yeah.
Okay, it's all backed up.
Booyah.